Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. Only pay for the data you use with Google Fi's flexible plan. So when you're on Wi-Fi a lot and don't need as much data, you'll only pay $10 per gigabyte used. Sign up at fi.google.com.
Cardio burns fat, right? No. Cardio actually burns calories.
You guys about ready? It's 3 minutes early, but I don't know. Alrighty. I'll start a couple minutes early. Oh, what is this? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Hang on. What the heck? It's one of those days already. Hang on, let's do this one again. No, I did do it. That's the one. Then what is this? That's the button. All right, cool. So, hey, good morning, everybody. I'm super tired, man. Holy crimoly. It's 7:50, 8.5 minutes. We're going to start 90 seconds early. So welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of 16,500 currency traders around the world. Let's get on with it. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. So, as I said, welcome to Forex.Today. Let me just say welcome. It's Wednesday, the day before major holidays. I think you'll find out probably 25% of market participants take today off anyway, so I don't expect a big day, but it could be a big day. I don't know. We still got to be ready, willing, and able. But I just want to remind you that tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Banks are closed. The next day is the day after Thanksgiving. There's no cool name for it. But banks are closed and the markets are open only a half a day. So yesterday we closed the Dow at 30,000. And to me, that's a sign that the major players pushed it to 30,000 and now they're out. Now they're gone. They're not in the office today, right? They're in the Caribbean. That's how the trader do. So anyways, thank you for being here. Please like. Please subscribe if you're watching a recording or when you're watching a recording. Please document what you learned by leaving comments and say, today I learned this, and this. It's not a note for me. It's a note for yourself that you can search into the future. What else? If you do leave a like, if you do leave a comment, what you're really essentially saying is, hey, YouTube, this is quality content. And so if you could do that, that would be great. Just leave a comment, even if it's just hello, even if it's just thanks, or, hey, hello from Nigeria. Just anything like that is appreciated. So I thought I had a good hair day today. I was all excited, and I was taking the dog for a walk with my wife, and my wife's like, uh-oh. I'm like, what? She's like, your hair's all horrible. I'm like, so I was feeling pretty, but now I think I know what she's talking about. Sorry, I want to look beautiful for you. So anyways, ask questions, be interactive, and the reason I say that is I have found over almost 20 years of doing this now, that those people are the ones that find success. The lurkers, less likely. Or at least if you're a lurker, you probably don't tell me if you're successful. So I don't know. But still, I'd appreciate your positive energy in the community. So get involved, take notes, ask questions. And I'll do my best to answer your questions. If I miss your questions in the live, and that's usually because someone asks a question, I try to answer it, and I look over at my charts for 10 minutes and I'm not watching the chat, and then I come back and I pick a new question. So if I miss your question, even if you answer it 5 or 6 times, I apologize. Ask it again in the comments and maybe I'll respond there. Okay. Mahai's not taking notes for now. Interesting. All right, so what else? You're a broker, you're a trader, you need a broker. Why not try tradersway.com? Right on the homepage, bottom right-hand corner, there's the form to fill out for the demo. Takes literally, I'm not joking, 12 seconds, 15 seconds, boom. Now you're in the back office, go ahead and download MT4 or MT5, it's your choice. Then in the process of opening up a demo account at Trader's Way, it'll ask you, do you want a fixed spread, a variable spread, or ECN? If you prefer paying commissions, go with ECN. Now you have like almost no spread, but you pay a commission. If you don't like paying commissions and you're okay with spreads, I would recommend variable spreads, the VAR account, because what it does is it tries to get you the best spread at the particular time. But every once in a while, like during news or during off-market times and all that kind of stuff, very often the spread could be quite wide because you shouldn't be trading at that moment. That's why it's wide. It's not the broker doing it. It's just you have to, since there's very few traders trading, to match your trade, if you're buying, you have to find a seller. You just have to go farther out because no one else is in the market. So you have to go farther out in the spread to find someone to fill your trade. So that's why that happens. If you're worried about spreads, then maybe you need a fixed spread account, and that's what that's about. So I would go, I suppose you could go MT5 with a variable or MT4 with a variable. That would be what I suggest. So thank you very much, Trader's Way. So you'll end up with competitive spreads and fees. You'll get fast execution speed, which is a very good thing, and world-class customer service if you need it. And of course, if there is a swap, they're good swaps. So like if you're trading South African Rand, bingo! Good swap. Cool. Okay. Better than your mama's swap. All right. So where we are, boy, I am tired today. I am ridiculously tired. So where are we now? How about that? Looks like we got a weak Japanese yen. Yay, Japanese yen, I love you. US dollar up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Swissy down, so that's good. Swissy down, yen down, and dollar mostly down. I'm cool with all that. Cool beans. Now, I want to ask you something. Back in October, and even 6 months ago, did I say the stock market was going to go up in November or down in November? Or did I say, well, it depends who wins. If Trump wins, it's going to collapse. But if Biden wins, we're going to have this blue wave rally. Or did I say it's going to go up, or it's going to go up, or it's going to go up? No matter what happens, it's going to go up. Up, up, up. Right? 3 weeks before, 3 months before, so on and so forth, right? So it turns out right now, this has been the best month for the stock market since 1987. And if it closes a little bit higher, like another 100 or 200 points, it'll be the best month for the stock market in something like 70 years. Damn, that's lucky. Yeah, it's lucky. But, like I always say, and I want you to pay attention to this part, okay? I don't know things like the velocity, how fast things are going to move, how far things are going to move. That's why we have technical analysis to measure, like, is this unusual, this distance, or is this speed, is this unusual? That's what these tools are measuring, okay? That's technical analysis. Fundamentals are just more directionary, so to speak. Like, I don't know what the Dow is going to be at the end of 2020, right? But I know that it's going to go up in November. That's it. Up. How far? I don't know. How fast? Couldn't tell you. Is it going to be super fast? I don't know. But I'd be surprised. In fact, I'd be shocked if it fell in November. So that's why I was talking about that, where if Trump wins, the stock market's going to go up. Now, probably at a different velocity to a different price than if Biden won. But if Biden won, the stock market would still go up, just at a different velocity and to a different price than likely Trump. And then I can explain the reasoning behind it. Okay? But it doesn't tell me where or fast, right? Okay. Yeah, I read that. Elon Musk now second richest man. Not in the world, though. That's ridiculous. In the United States. And by the way, anyone that gives you a top 10 richest men, or because they're men, right? Richest men in the world list, it's a dumb list. First of all, the richest people in the world you've never heard of, and they're probably illegitimate. Like, how about this? I'll roll the dice here. My guess, this is me rolling the dice. I think Putin is likely the richest man in the world, and by far. Pure mathematics says rich people are mostly investors. Wrong. They're owners. Much different. Okay. But like for example, if let's just say if Warren Buffett's the richest man in the world, which I don't think is true, but let's just throw a name out there. How big is his army and how many countries does he own? Well, Putin has armies, nuclear bombs, tanks, nuclear submarines, aircraft carriers. He can take over an entire country and no one's going to do a damn thing about it. Yeah, that's the richest guy in the world. How big is Elon Musk's army? He doesn't have an army. Rich people are drug cartel owners? Maybe, but even that, drugs are small time compared to weapons, I guess, right? But anyways. All right, so this looks good. Aussie up, pound up, euro up, Kiwi up, CAD up. This is all good. Swissy down. So this is like perfection. Exactly what we've asked for. So let's start with yen. Okay. So I said it would come down to a 50% and go up. I'm sorry, it went down to a 618 and went up. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Thank you, okie dokie. Up, down, up. Sorry. Dude, why am I so tired today? Crazy. I wasn't up late or nothing. Yeah, that's true, Jim. He's got a spaceship, but Putin's got a spaceship too, right? Low blood sugar? Maybe. Yeah, that's a good call on that, actually. I actually get sleepy on high blood sugars, though. But anyways, so, any thoughts about this? Okay. Remember, I drew this out for you this way. I said you have to make a choice. And then we threw in some technicals. Where's my drawing tool? Let me fire that sucker up. Okay. Okay. It's a simple 1, 2, 3. 1, double bottom. 2, higher high. 3, roll reversal. Okay. So I'll label this now. 1 is the double bottom. 2 is the higher high. 3 is the roll reversal, which I have all marked out for you. Okay, and then so that's the general setup. Okay, this is just strategic now because we're way out here on daily, going all the way back to 2016. Okay, and then you see all these lines I have drawn for you. Again, we did them weeks and weeks and weeks ago, right? See, just showing levels of importance. Okay. You see? Okay, so now I have to zoom in a little. And now what that is showing you is this is the 3 in the 1, 2, 3. So now what do you do? Well, you kind of do the same thing, but now you see these lines going back to 2016 that they have importance, right? And sure enough, the third one held, rallied us up to the top of the range. Okay, you see the range? There's going to be another one here, but I already got that marked out for you. So now it comes down to if you're a bull or a bear. If you're a bull, you're going to stay above that range. If you're neutral, you're going to come back down here. And if you're a bear, you're going to break low. But I wouldn't be a bear in this situation because I just set up 19 reasons why it would go up. I'm not a bear on euro in January. Okay, I don't give a damn about the euro. All right, so here we go. Is all I'm saying. 123 on our way to 126.5, 127. So here, the bottom is at 123. We're now at 124 and some change. So there's got to be sort of this. But I have a feeling we're just going to run out of steam, and this is what's going to happen. And we just do it next week. But I don't really know. See? So now it's just a waiting game, I think. But we don't know. So we don't know, but I guess the point here is we did this weeks ago, and it's still developing, it's still doing its thing, it's still doing, but often you guys get lost on charts that only look at this, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know where you are or where you're going, but you're like, well, if I measure this to this, this is now bearish, and then I'm going to look at this as a role reversal, and now I'm going to sell because it's been bearish the last 2.5 hours, right? But you don't know where you are in any sense of context. Okay? Okay? And what ends up happening is you're here and you say, well, that looks bearish, so I'm going to take this down, and you're going to sell it, and it's going to drop to 124, which means the logical best case scenario on this trade is that you might make 18 pips. Okay? And I'd say that's almost worthless. 18 pips. 18 pips! 18 pips! He took the trade, did he? It wasn't his? I don't know. Somewhere in there was a Mr. West song. 18 pips, 18 pips. Anyways. So, right? Or you could wait a little bit and say, well, if I buy this, okay, it's going to be worth, right? If you buy 124, it's worth 150 pips. New trader says think it'll go down to December M2. Why M2? Just because of a bullish setup? Also, be careful with the language. This idea of I think. Right? Nobody cares. We want to know the evidence you found. Right? That's right. Well, meeting minutes. Okay. So that's it. Like, really, you're selling here when you should be more likely buying here. And like I said, we planned this out back in October. Then I set it up again in early November. And here we are in mid-November. You know, this could be, the buy zone is down here at 123. Now like really, if you were trading properly, you'd be in down here around 123-ish and stop just here. And so someone is selling this now for maybe 18 pips. And you're locked in with 100 pips profit, 120 pips profit, and you're going for 250. Like, you're just a bigger trader. So remember the message I gave you a couple of weeks ago, okay? Remember, also, like, I want you to think about this, and this is why I say write things down. What is the message I've been giving to you over and over and over and over, even back in October and earlier? The secret to making big money as a foreign exchange trader is letting your winners run, not leverage. That your trade should be worth more. I want you to be focused on planning for bigger trades and staying in for the bigger moves. Right? I must have said that I'd say more than 100 times leading up to this month. And then all of a sudden, some of you have had the best month of your entire trading career in years and years and years. And that message should always stay there, where like someone is pissing around with this stupid little trade. Meanwhile, last week you bought it and you've been done. It doesn't require any more work. And you're going for 250 plus, where someone else is maybe 18 before they get knocked out for break even. Thank you, Maida. That's correct. Okay? Like, I want you to have bigger trades and be a bigger trader, but not through leverage. Okay? Okay. So maybe you should lower your leverage to a point where 18 pips is so little money that it's not even worth your time. You're like, I'm not even interested. Okay? I'd rather you focus on things like you're watching this. Okay? Okay? That's your guide. So as far as you're concerned, what you're looking at is and then So why would you sell? Why would you sell now? Well, if you're on a 15-minute chart, this looks like, yeah, I get it. On a 15-minute chart. Now, by the way, I love the 15-minute chart. I love it. I grew up on it. It's like it's my place. It's my people. But you can't make decisions there. Okay? Okay? Then the next secret, at some point in your life, it will be your AUM, assets under management. So one way of doing this is when you open your trading account, you never, ever, 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 ever spend your money. You never withdraw from your trading account. So therefore, you're still going to need a side hustle, some sort of gig, right? You need to DJ on weekends and right and stuff like that. You got to have a day job and just focus on swing and position trading. But you need to do whatever you need to do. Be a Forex trader during market opens and Uber the rest of the time. I don't care what you do. Okay? Ultimately, I think you should trade other people's money, but I don't care what you do. But for the next 25 years, you need to increase your AUM, and you'll never be able to increase your account size if you keep spending your money. And then, of course, what are you going to spend your money on? Stupid things like food and a car. Food does not have a return on investment. Cars don't have a return on investment. A 65-inch 4K Samsung TV has zero return on investment. So it's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Okay? But what you should be focused on is 2, 3, 4, 5% a month growth forever. With as little risk as possible. Because then in 25 years, you will be filthy stinking rich. It'll happen. Trust me. So you got to Uber while you get filthy stinking rich. Okay? All right. Holy smokes, I'm tired. Oh my God, it's crazy. Kitty Cat finally woke up. So let's get back into that. Seems like a similar setup, doesn't it? Okay. So now it's been up 3 days in a row. But keep in mind, while this was dropping, what were we talking about? EIA, IEA, OPEC. Your alpha is searching for future demand. Your alpha is searching for production cuts, and also the OPEC meeting. Right? As this was coming down, my message to you was, prepare, 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 prepare. We talked about things like an improvement in global GDP in 2021. I'm not talking about what happened on your 15-minute chart on Tuesday. Now, you still need to do that, but you need to know where you're going. And more importantly, if you do want to increase your AUM 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now in the future by trading other people's money, you'll have to have a point of view. Where do you think oil is going to be at the end of 2021? I don't know. I couldn't tell you anything about that. Well, it's going to be very difficult to trade. Because then you don't know where Noki's going to be. You don't know where CAD's going to be. You don't know where dollar is going to be. You don't, right? An increase in demand or a decrease in supply or both might be indicative of an improving global economy or this, that, and the other thing. I mean, you got to know this stuff. So I have a point of view. This is falling, and I'm like, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Also, this whole time, like, no, I don't want to sell. No, I don't want to sell. No, I'm a bull. I'm a bull. Yeah, it's falling. I get it. I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell. I'm a bull. Think of the messaging, guys. I'm not running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I'm waiting for my turn. Okay? I'm waiting for my turn. So anyway, so oil has been going up because we have been tracking supply and demand for oil. Very cool. So now, once you stabilize, and I would call this, actually, let me clear this out. I would call this stabilization. That's when you get into your 15-minute chart. Okay? Okay? So here's your stabilization. Okay? There's a day trade, but you didn't know it yet. Breakout. How do you trade a breakout, guys? 3, 2, 1. Too late. I know there's a lag, but you buy the dip. Gone. That's it. And this day, that's it. And now, if you're still a bull on all this, there you go. Just predicted the future. Okay? Okay? So, I think this is going to be what we're going to be playing the next couple of days. Remember, every single minute of today, we're going to lose volume. So there might be volume on the open, and then it could just die. Lucas, will Biden policies cause oil to rise? Biden's policies will do nothing. For oil. Irrelevant. Okay? The only thing that Biden will do that would impact things that directly will be stimulus. Okay? But really, that's going to be up to Grandma Yellen. And she's going to be eager, though, I think, because I was pondering this yesterday, that she took over after Bernanke and never got out from under his shadow. So I think she wants to come back and do what Janet wants to do. So anyway, so they'll do some sort of stimulus. And but other than that, I mean, we get it. We understand, right? Like maybe something more influential, and maybe you're leading towards this when you say policies. Maybe he gets together with China, right, and removes tariffs. But what if he's smart? And I don't know if he's an idiot. I don't know this guy. But if he's smart, he'll use game theory like Trump did. And game theory would say, hey, China, would you like me to remove the tariffs? And they're like, yeah, get rid of the tariffs. Okay, cool. What are you going to give me? Which is actually a win for Trump, in my opinion, because we get something, because we pushed the topic, we pushed the situation. So now even if Biden removes tariffs, we're going to get something that they weren't going to give us before. Okay? So, will that, they are cutting production or supply. But Master Trader, we already know that. I talked about it a couple of days ago, and I think I talked about it in the swing trading group last week. I mean, we already know these things. So that's already in play. So that's why, like last week when we talked about it, that's why this would have been more interesting. Okay? This is when we were talking about it. So now that we're up here, it's we already played that, right? And then on December 1st, we're going to get the press release, and we'll probably get an up and then a down. Because we already know it, so it's like buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing, right? Like, we already know that. We already know that. Come on, we already know that. Of course they're doing cuts, right? And we got to deal with Libya and all that kind of stuff, but whatever. All right. Is that right? December 1st, baby. Yeah. Something was going on Valentine's Day then, huh? Looks like Dad's romantic. Oh, that's a good age. Pachow. Yep, Dad's romantic. Hey, baby, I'll buy you flowers and wine. Boom! 9 months later, we'll call her Maida. Yeah. Yeah, that's good, right? Yeah, that's right. It's good. Cubans are probably romantic in general, though. It's in the DNA, probably. Yeah. Yeah, it's not communism, right? Is communism romantic? Probably not. It's crazy that Cuba's still communist, isn't it? I mean, you think about it, like, really? Really? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that Cuba is still communist. It's just really amazing. I haven't had total time to think about it, but you're like, really? It's the last stand? It's amazing. All right, so what do you think about Aussie? Simple little day trading. So we knew yesterday, right? We're essentially OOP on the open. So now you're at London, you're buying it off the central. So really, I would target next, like tomorrow, 77 some change. But on a day like this, I would just jam the stop and just whatever, come back on Monday and see if you made any money or not. Yeah, that it's under embargo. Yeah. I mean, it seems like, I mean, there's other things that I'm still amazed about. Like why is Central America still so unbelievably poor? Like capitalism fixes all that. I mean, right? I mean, I don't know. It's like, so the longer you reject capitalism, the longer that the poverty stays. The downside is not everyone gets as rich as quickly as some others in the economy, but like look at China. It was poor for generations. It wasn't poor before Mao, I don't think. I mean, maybe it was. It used to be very rich, but anyway. So, but soon as capitalism was adopted, even inside of communism, as soon as capitalism was adopted, the wages in China and GDP and productivity have just skyrocketed. Like, it's unbelievable what's happened in China in 25 years. More has happened in China in 25 years than the previous 100 years, probably 200 years. It's unbelievable. China is amazing. So, like, come on, El Salvador. Like, let's get on with it, right? But I think Panama, like, is doing pretty well, isn't it? And I think it's more capitalistic than El Salvador, I think. So, anyways. I'd like to spend more time there in the future. All right. So we got all that planned up. Oh, Stephen, if you're day trading or swing trading, they're all pre-established. Right? So if I'm trading on a 15-minute chart, I'm going to drop it below support. I mean, it's all predefined. So, like, maybe review the day trading course or something. But yeah, that's the easiest question because most of the time it's predefined. It's not even a thought. You just put it in the same spot. Did we do Kiwi yet? No. So, anyways, just farting around here. Okay, so just double checking. So there's the buy on the open. And we're already through the target. So you basically have to move this monthly. Oh no, yeah. So Highlander, when I'm on biased pivots, I remove everything that I'm not interested in. Okay. Yeah. So this is just we're all on next month, right? So this is what we talked about again. I think it was last week. The whole focus was trading December. Right? You guys remember that? Last week now? So here we are, Wednesday of this week. But you guys remember probably Wednesday of last week? I was very clear, not just this pair, but all the different pairs, that I'm setting things up for December, that I'm setting up December trades. How many people remember that? This is December, this is December, this is December. It's the middle of November and I'm already setting up December. I'm thinking the end of the year, right? You remember that? So I don't know how many people focus on that or they just focus on the day. Like, Wayne, put me into a trade, put me into trade. Well, I do these things. I do put you into trades. But not in the exact second, like, watch this, buy euro dollar now. Like, dude, there's the price. I'm setting up December. 71.64 is the bottom. Boom. You either did it or you don't do it, right? But the focus is like these trades, like now we're really targeting, 70, 75, let's say. There's still another 300 pips left. What this also tells me is we're going to hit it early in December, and by the time we get to December NFP or December Fed meeting, we're done. And we're done for the end of the year. Done. Walk away. Right? Something like that. Ada says, that's why capitalism doesn't work in third world countries. Why doesn't capitalism work in third world countries? Again, if it's just simply the government, like I think the governments in general distort things in a bad way. And because they're trying to smooth out the ups and downs. But capitalism has to have the ups and downs. So if banks made stupid loans to people that cannot afford to pay the loans, then capitalism says those are bad banks and they should fail. Then the government comes in like, no, but it's unfair and people will lose their jobs. And they're like, dude, they're crooks or they're idiots, one of the two. They're supposed to lose their jobs. Oh, but we can't have that. So what happens is everything gets distorted. And then all of the good banks look at all the bad banks and are like, what the? These guys get bailed out, those losers, those crooks, those idiots, right? Those guys get bailed out and we get screwed. They get free money and we get screwed because we're actually prudent. Well, then let's get in on the game. And all of a sudden, not only is there a moral hazard, but it catches on like wildfire because now it's a strategic advantage to be an idiot in the banking system because it doesn't matter. You're going to get bailed out. So, you're right. And all of a sudden the whole thing collapses. So capitalism is supposed to have ups and downs. There's supposed to be a consequence to being the dumbest person in the room. Wells Fargo. Okay. So, but it's disturbing. there's some downside consequences, right? So, anyways. So, if you have an overbearing government, whether you're third world or first world, it's the distortion that kills capitalism. Whatever. Okay, so we got to move this on up. We should be able to get at least another 200 pips out of this. Okay. This one's all over the place. So this one's a little worrisome. Okay. I got to worry about that now. So let's take this out. Check it out. Confluential. And you'll see now why. The monthly projected top was 139. And the weekly projected top was also 139. The difference, this was 70, this is 30. So we have a 40 pip range, which, you know, if you sneeze, you can make or lose 40 pips on pound yen. So we have this sort of, you can't call it a double top, but there's two reasons why it would be a top. So now I got to worry about, you know, this. Okay. Swing traders will tell you that this is an obvious buy and this is the obvious exit for the week. Okay? Simple, right? Meta says, I hope distortion will, well, America is knee deep in distortion, and it has been for a very long time. Even, I mean, it's always been a distortion, and it's not good or bad per se, but America is great because it can go back and forth, okay? And what we're trying to decide is, in the moment, what is the proper redistribution of income? So when you get too many years of, the terminology is bad, but it's an economic term, but like social welfare, it throws off bells all over the place. It's not probably what you think. But let's just say there's a choice for more redistribution from, you know, rich people to poor people. And that works for a while. And that settles things down, and everyone gets taken that needs to get taken care of gets taken care of. But the consequence to that, so think of it not as social welfare. Let's just call it like the European model of capitalism, where there's more social support, let's call it. The consequence to that is consistent higher levels of unemployment. So just think Spain, think France, that kind of stuff, right? Where, okay, you have a better social support system, but consistently 12% unemployment, even in good times. So in America, though, we can change. We can say, okay, everyone, that's good, but taxes are too high, and you know, and unemployment's too high, and all this kind of stuff. And then we just simply move from the European model to or the Canadian model or something, whatever you want to call it, into something else. And we'll say, okay, now we're going to be much more small business, lower tax, smaller government. The problem, I think, over the last 40 years has been, if you put the Democrats in, you get a big government, and then you replace the Democrats with Republicans, and you get an even bigger government. And all of a sudden, either way, you get this giant government. So I've been leaning towards not just capitalism, but a little bit more libertarianism, which again is a terrible name because people get confused by, what do you mean libertarianism? What does this mean? You know, it's a terrible name. But what the idea is a smaller but firm government, like a government that makes sure that there's, you know, there's some support, an army and a police force to protect my private property, right, is basically what it is. And I'll pay for that. And of course, we need some roads, so I'll pay for some roads and that kind of stuff. But if I don't have children, why should I pay for school? Right, you know, why should I pay taxes for that? If and I'm not saying this is my point of view. It might be leaning towards more of a libertarian model. Or why should I pay for the fire department? If my house catches on fire, I'll pay 40 grand for you to put it out. How about that, right? We'll do it that way. And so you might argue back and forth how much social support should there be and how much should be guaranteed by the government and how much should be more pay as you go, right? And I think it's very, I think it's an interesting discussion. Emerald, I did get it, but send it again. I'm sorry. Things get buried. I mean, I'm sorry. I'll do something for you. I just got to go and create an address for you. All right. So anyways, interesting conversations. It's amazing how tired I am. I don't know why I'm so tired. Okay, let's go to dollar pairs. Okay. What do we have here? Up, 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 down, down, buy, 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 up, 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 down, down, buy. Okay. So this has been working for a while. Luckily, I caught the bottom, which is nice. Now, the thing is, this, and this are questionable because of the American holidays and the banks closing. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is just my coaching account, Master Trader. Okay. Now what? Same sort of thing. You have to decide, are you going to go higher? Are you going to go all the way up? Okay. One thing I kind of like to do is paint the floor so you always know where you are. Okay. And what we're trying to judge right now is, will we get higher? And for the week, we're already hitting targets. Okay. This is scary. This kind of stuff, it's scary. I know it. But we are hitting a nice little target. This is a full Monty. That's kind of crazy. That's why sometimes you just have to have a bigger time frame that you're analyzing. So you're looking at this almost like a cloud, right? Or you could do it this way. Template, rainbow. Okay. Okay. You're just trying to stay with it, keep riding it, keep riding it, keep riding it. Still need to pay attention, right? Where's the next one? I like to combine things. You can do it this way and then have another one if you want. I guess that makes sense too. And we've already talked about it a lot, but you either believe this is going above 120 or you don't. That's that. No, Victor, no. Because you have to understand, OMOs are going to occur all the time. Like the trading desk at the New York Fed is always going to OMO. Even if Jay Powell is on vacation in the Caribbean with his Colombian dancers. Right? Even when he's on vacation, it doesn't matter. they're always going to OMO. Okay. So are you guys thinking about these things right here? Are you thinking about these price levels? Did you make a decision down here? I was begging you here, like you are planning for this to go above 120. I hope you guys remember these things. I said it's either going above 120 or it ain't. But right? And if it ain't, you're going to be down here. But I don't think you're going to be down here because I told you, right? I'm a bull here. You guys remember all that? And then this is the profit taking. I'm like, okay, well, you have to decide. Are you going to take profit or not? And if you take profit, are you going to get back in? And what is your plan? Do you think it's going to go above 120? Are you trading? Like in here, we're like, are you trading December? I hope you start to appreciate all these questions. It's the questions that will lead you to a better level of knowledge. It'll make you a better trader when I'm like, right? I mean, it's easy to do things like, all right, I think this is going up, so here we are at a double bottom. If you think it's going to go up, you should buy it. Well, if you don't think, then you don't know at all, at anything, right? And then when we're up here, I'm like, this is your decision. You could take profit or you stay in. I said, there's no right answer here, but your alpha is your decision-making process. What do you want to do? I said, I don't have a good answer for you. That the process of making the decision is what will make you unique. So we know many people took profit in here, but I'm like, if you take profit, make sure you get back in. How do you know when to get back in? Then we talked about that. Right? This is a December trade. This is a December trade. We're only in the middle of November. This is a December trade. This is the trade till the end of the year. Remember all that? So you got back in. So now I question, like, if we're here and you haven't done all of this, what is it that you're doing? And I know that sounds like a slap in the face, and maybe it is a little bit, but like, when are you going to change your behavior if that's still how you're trading? Like your old you. That's how you used to trade. Okay? So you need to change your behavior. It's not a knowledge issue most of the time. Right? Most of the time, I don't think it's a knowledge issue. So I hope you focus on that as well. So like, again, what did you learn about election night? Okay, was this the right thing to do? Was holding the right thing to do? Was exiting and getting back in the right to do? What would you tell yourself next time? You're not going to have another opportunity for 4 years. Will you be a currency trader 4 years from now? How about that question? Will you be a currency trader 4 years from now? Okay? Well, you better be learning. Actively learning every day. And if you're not, you need to make a radical change, or you won't be a currency trader 4 years from now. Right? You don't want to be the guy working at Best Buy. Is this a good laptop? Well, it says it's got 8 gigs of RAM, and it's got Wi-Fi, and lots of colors. Like, dude, you don't know anything about laptops. Oh, I used to be a currency trader. Right? Come on. Come on. You got to girl up. Put your big girl panties on and push yourself to excellence. Focus on what you're learning. Document what you're learning. I don't care about your trading. Your trading results, all irrelevant. Okay? It's how you practice. Okay? I have a shirt that I bought when my children became state champions in Science Olympiad. Georgia State Champions. My daughter is the state champion in rocket building. Beat all of the boys. Her and her friend, right? 2 girls became the state champions in rocket building. In all of Georgia, thousands and thousands and thousands. My son is the state champion for building bridges, engineering bridges, multiple years, multiple years, right? And I have this shirt because I'm my wife was the rocket coach. I was the engineer, the bridge engineer coach. But anyways, there's a shirt that says, it's pretty cool. It's sort of like, how should I do this? It's something like, act like a champion, right? Something like that. But then it says, oops, practice like a champion, right? So it's, and I've always told my kids, you show up to the tournament simply to display to the other teams how well you've practiced, and then you pick up your trophy. That's what tournaments are for. Simply to show the other teams how hard you've practiced and to pick up your trophy. So what I care about is the practice part. I don't care about how many pips you make in the beginning, or even worse, how much money you've made. And because you're like, I made $800 today. I'm like, dude, you only have $2,000 in your account. It's stupid, right? So what I care about is you as a golfer, let's say, working on your balance, working on your flexibility, working on where your elbow is versus your wrist. Okay? Just like little things. I think going out to the driving range and smacking 1,000 balls will probably make you a worse golfer. You have to have a coach, you have to have a mentor, and you need to be focused on very specific things. Hitting 250 drivers in a row doesn't make you a better driver, because now you get out in the golf course and you pull out the big stick and you're like, you get one shot. Oh, well, I'm not really good until I've hit 12 or 13, but my 14th one will be straight down the middle. Nobody cares. Okay? So, right, hitting 1,000 golf balls at the driving range probably isn't always the best way to practice. So making 1,000 trades won't make you a better trader. In fact, it'll probably make you a worse trader. So then the opposite is, well, if that doesn't work, then maybe you should just go out and just start golfing. And you golf 3 times a week. Well, 20 years from now, you still suck. Well, you're like, well, Wayne, what is it that you're trying to tell me? If I just throw down a bunch of crappy trades, 1,000 scalps on a 15-minute chart, why am I still mediocre? And then if you just start trading real money, that'll do it, right? I'm like, no. I would like you to practice very, 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 very specific things. Like how to incorporate a 5-minute entry off of a 1-hour chart, or even a 4-hour chart. How to trade 1, 2, 3 reversal patterns. And what I mean, literally, not figuratively, literally, trade 100 1, 2, 3 patterns in a row. It's the only thing you do. And it might take you 3 months to do it. It might take you 6 months to do it. But what will you learn? A, you'll learn everything about spotting them before they happen. B, everything about spotting them as they're happening. C, the proper time and price to enter the trade. D, the proper place to put your stop. Am I on D now? E, when to move your stops. And then lastly, F, you have patience and discipline to wait for the setup. And you say, well, I don't know much about trading. I still don't know a lot. But the one thing I am an expert at, the one thing that I am ridiculously confident in, is my ability to trade a 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern. And I can do it beautifully. And I also know, because I'm tracking my stacks, that 67% of the time I'm going to make money. Like good money. Very good money. I'm going to make 300 pips with a 33 pip stop. I have a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio because I'm so good at this one thing. I very rarely make mistakes because of that. This is your confidence. This is you talking now. You very rarely make a mistake because it won't set up unless there's a reason. So, right? That's why you trade these things. And when you're wrong, it's like the whole, it's almost like a black swan. You're like, holy crap, this didn't work out. Like, it's surprising. But you may only do this now. It might be a year. What if you spent 1 year, you either trade a 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern or you don't trade? Oh my God, you are going to be the world's greatest. The world's greatest. Congratulations, Gary. That's really cool. Yeah. Very cool. IPSC, I want to look that up. But do you guys see the difference? I want you to be that good, guys. Do you understand the difference? Besides me just saying, oh, you should trade a lot and you should just be good or something. IPSC training.
Let me guess. You're too busy to watch this ad.
It's a good ad, though. Good job, eToro. Nice. That looks good, man. That's all pictures. This is good content right here. Dude. Two things in the world bug me. One, putting photo montages on YouTube. And then two, real estate websites saying, would you like to see the virtual tour? And I'm like, yeah, I would like to see the virtual tour. And they're like, look, here's a slideshow of all the pictures that you've already seen on the website. But now it's a slideshow with the world's crappiest music. Like, oh, you vape. So anyways. Yeah, we need to. I used to have one. Is it on for? It's on YouTube, isn't it? YouTube.com/FXBootcamp. I don't know if they're public or not. Are they public or not? I guess it would be here. I'd never be maybe they're on playlists. It might be published. CNBC Bloomberg commercial. Oh yeah, here it is. I used to run this.
Warning, trading Forex is a highly attractive objective, but there are great risks. Acquire strategies and tactics before you begin. Your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to attend an upcoming online seminar. I've uploaded the details.
Roger that. How to trade Forex with Fibonacci Studies, Thursday, June 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Got it. Registering now at fxbootcamp.com/TV.
One final warning, Forex is risky and your trading account could self-destruct.
So I ran that for a while. That's not the one I actually ran because the thing at the end, the risk warning, the NFA hated it. And we got into heated emails with each other. And eventually I had to hire the voice actors again and cut out the risk warning at the end. Why would the National Futures Association be against me saying, having a risk warning? Maybe that is the one. Did that one say trade on a demo account? Wait, there was a version that said you should trade on a demo account first. Otherwise, your trading account might self-destruct or something. And they hated it because what they were saying is, I'm telling people past performance predicts future results. And I said, well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they should trade on a practice account before risking real money. And they're like, yeah, you can't say that. I'm like, these are amateur retail traders that don't know anything. They should practice on a demo account. They're like, we have no problem with that. But if you're saying they should practice because it might make them a better trader in the future, and then maybe they won't lose money in the future, you can't say that. So anyways, it was funny. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The NFA tries to protect clients, and I have no problem with that. And for the longest time, anyways, we'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it at that. I have no problem. All right. And I guess we'll look at some exotics. Okay. All right. So I have the entry set here. See how nice that is? I even have it marked. Here's the target. So I went down to 15. What do you do now? Well, it's a weird week. Okay. Let me highlight this more properly for you. Mo properly. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So the entry is here. Okay, M3. Okay, for all those who have taken the day trading course and the swing trading course and pivot point courses, if the M3 is your top, what is the projected bottom? Let's just do facts. Okay. Huh? If M3 is the top, what is the projected bottom? M1. This is M1 right here. So now someone's like, yeah, so what about the, it's done, dude. I don't know. It's over. Yeah. Now what? I don't know. With a holiday week and stuff, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. It's done. So when I say things like, when we were down here, and I'm like, well, you need a pullback. You only sell high. Let's focus. Where's high? Where's the resistance? There's next week's pivots, and this is the 382, and this is all this, and this is all that. Like, what do we do now? How the hell would I know? It's over. You should be buying your Lambo, putting gas in the jet. Fuel up, baby! Go to St. Lucia! Like, what do you do now? I don't know. Right? But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's... Like, I might want to say typically this, but it's a holiday, and this move usually happens Wednesday, Thursday, not Tuesday, Wednesday. So all I know is everyone's just going on holiday here. I think this is more out. I mean, can it do this? Oh, yeah, sure. But I don't know this week. I knew last week, or I knew on Monday. I knew last week. I knew the week before. Now with a holiday and stuff, I don't know. I don't know. You should probably be done. Be done with it. Right? Most likely nothing will happen, but that doesn't look like an exciting opportunity. But it could be. But I don't know. I might just chill out on this one, right? Peso, I walked away from... Oh, that might have been here. That might have been last week. Did I? Oh, it was OOP. Yeah. I almost did this one. I didn't do this one, right? I didn't do it. And then I missed it. There's nothing more to say about that one. I missed it. Pretty nice little trade though. But it's farting around. I like farting around on swing trade, on carry trade. So this is a carry, right? So I like farting around on carries, like the sideways stuff, and then profit sideways, because I never get knocked out psychologically. Okay? So your stop's here, obviously, and then we make a new lower low, and the stop's here, obviously. And now if we make a new lower low, okay? Cool. All right. That's that. Nothing else to really talk about there. Okay. Here's the XRP. Funny thing is it pays so little. Like it moved thousands of pips, which means it moved hundreds of dollars. Anyways. Like here to here is like $100, but that's more than it's moved in a year. So it's just funny. That's your XRP. Here's your oil. Okay. Luckily, we're thinking up or not up. Luckily, I'm a bull. How lucky is that, huh? Cool. So every day it's been going up. Good. Every day since I've been teaching you how to trade oil, it's gone up every single day. Hey, you're welcome. Gold. Okay. You have to ask yourself. We just talked about bottoms and 1, 2, 3s. Double bottom. Okay. Now what? Higher high. Roll reversal. Okay. Are you on it? One, 2, 3. You're long at 18, and you're not going to do nothing. Stop. By now, I'd have my stop at break even, wherever it is, and just let her run. You're done. It's a weird week, so I'd move my stop a little earlier because of the loss of... I mean, you're not going to make money on gold unless traders come in today and tomorrow and Friday and buy gold, but generally the markets are going to be thin, so I don't know if anybody's there. Okay. All right, so I guess I'm done. Have a wonderful holiday. Happy Turkey Day, everybody. Thank you, Emerald. Have a wonderful holiday. No webinar tomorrow. No webinar on Friday. No webinar on Saturday. Maybe Sunday I'll do it off the charts with Wayne McDonald. Haven't decided. So make sure you are on one of my emailing lists, like sign up at fxbootcamp.com, sign up at metatraders.com, that kind of stuff. Get involved so that I can invite you. It was a bit of a disaster last week, so I'm going to have to maybe make some changes. It's been very difficult to stream a live stream over a live stream, and maybe it's not really worth the effort. So I was just trying to include YouTube community onto it. So maybe we'll just move to a Zoom room, record that one live, and then upload it to YouTube after. Maybe that's just easier. It kind of sucks. But the other thing I don't like about Zoom is you can only have like 8 people on the camera at once, and I'd rather have 100. So maybe I'll just go back to doing the Google stuff, because I have Google customized so that I can have 100 people with webcams on at the same time. Now, they're tiny little webcams, but that's enough. So maybe we'll just try that. But anyways, I wish you the best. I hope you have a wonderful trading break with your friends and your family and your loved one, even your drunk a-hole of an uncle. Even him, even when your drunk a-hole uncle comes over, I hope you at least appreciate the time that you can spend with your friends, families, and loved ones, and that you can take care of people and inspire people. And once they know really what you're doing, once they fully understand what you're working on, they're going to be impressed and inspired. My son has opened a trading account, and he's like, holy crap, this is awesome. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do, son. That feels good, doesn't it? So I hope you have a moment like that, whether it's your children or your spouse or your friends or your family, where they're like, wow, this is really cool. Because what you do is cool. In fact, you're cool. So I'll see you on Monday, maybe Sunday. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Be very careful during the holidays.